jolting me up. I knew the sound. It was an alarm bell for another fire, and my crew chief, Mari, who also happens to be my wife, sprang up to her feet and flung on her jacket. 15 acres burning, choppers waiting. Let's go, let's go. Within 12 minutes, we were soaring through the skies on our way towards a firestorm. I was horrified because this fire was unnatural. The forest was still wet, meaning the blaze was man-made. We landed at 7 a.m. and hopped out as quickly as we could, lugging our gear. It was myself, Mari, my best friend Diego, and the rookie, Tate. The smoke engulfed our lungs before we could put on our gas masks. We were several feet away from the burning cinders when Mari read her iPad and barked out commands. Red flag at 6 a.m. tomorrow, 50-mile-an-hour east winds, 8% humidity. If this is still burning when those winds hit, 15 acres becomes 15,000 by lunch. We only have 23 hours to contain this. Start digging out a perimeter, now. I started digging and thought of the houses that were 3 miles down the ridge. Houses, families with kids that are sleeping right now. It was up to us to protect them. We dug and dug, clearing out the brush. My back was on fire as sweat poured into my gas mask. Diego was 20 feet to my left running the chainsaw, cutting a break, sweat coming through his jacket in dark patches. Mari called distances. Tate wouldn't shut up. Then Diego's chainsaw screeched to a halt. He killed the engine and stared down at the ground in shock. I knelt down and scraped. I found a vent pipe, then another, then plastic tubing, the kind that doesn't belong in a forest, snaking under the moss. I followed it a foot down with my fingers and my knuckles hit steel. I scraped harder and discovered a shipping container, buried, way the hell out here, miles away from any roads. Leaves rustled behind me. I turned around and saw 4 Latin men step out from behind a tree with rifles aimed at us. They looked like some type of mercenaries wearing mismatched tactical gear. The heavy-set one stepped up, looked directly at me, and smiled as if he was excited that he would have a chance to kill. Behind him stood a tall, lean, calculating Mexican man that was eerily still and didn't carry a rifle. He had a small pistol on his hip and a little black notebook in his shirt pocket. He didn't speak. The heavy man kept glancing back at him and said, "Patron Salvador, Los Cabramos." I was confused, but realized he just called Salvador his boss. Then it hit me. They were cartel. We had heard back at the firehouse about them having drug labs hidden deep in the woods, but never really believed it. The heavy-set one started patting us down one by one, searching for anything that could be used as a weapon. Tate, our big talker, couldn't help himself. "Amigos, what up? So look, there's no need to get violent. We can all be friends here. We're just simple firefighters. We're not policia. We will leave you to your business." They all stared at him, already getting annoyed. I tapped him, trying to signal for him to shut up. He shoved my hand away as if he knew better. "I got this, bro. Where you guys from in Mexico? You like tacos? I'm a burrito fan myself. How is it being badass cartel guys? Must be so sick." As he was yapping, he had secretly turned on his radio, hoping headquarters was listening in on the conversation. I dated a Mexican chica once. Damn, was she saucy. The heavy-set man's eyes darted down and saw Tate's radio light was on. He realized what Tate was doing and told the leader. I was terrified that he would do something bad, so I tried to step in. "Please, let us live. We haven't seen anything here and we don't want any trouble." Salvador gave a small, indifferent nod to the heavy-set guy, which prompted him to raise his rifle and end Tate. My heart sank as I immediately thought of his wife and 2 little kids. My wife got grabbed by a Mexican cartel guy with a mohawk and was being dragged towards the shipping container. My blood boiled when I thought about what they might do to her. Another cartel guy with a long scar on his face shoved Diego down to his knees and stuck his rifle against the back of his head. It was obvious that the decision had already been made to execute all of us. I looked down at Tate's body, and then I looked at the line of trees behind me. I quickly pulled my wife aside and whispered, "I'm gonna escape and come back for you. I don't see another way." She nodded, giving me the permission that I needed. Then within half a second, I made the decision. I dove over a rotted tree log and rolled down a steep area of brush as bullets rattled out towards me from all 3 cartel guys, clipping the bark behind me and whizzing past my head. Luckily, I didn't get hit. As I kept tumbling, I was able to look back and see Salvador standing up on the ridge, glancing down at me with a smirk, as if he was being entertained. I hit the bottom of the canyon hard, slammed my ribs, quickly scrambled up, and took off running for my life. I ran until my lungs burned and my legs went rubber, and then I ran some more. When I felt like I was momentarily in the clear, I tried to gather myself. I was surprised to see that they weren't following me. Flashes of what they might be doing to my beautiful wife and childhood friend Diego haunted my mind. I wished that I could have been heroic and somehow saved them, but they had 4 rifles. We're not military. We don't carry guns. I honestly didn't see another way to survive in that moment and then make a plan to rescue them. But the guilt of thinking I could have done more to help them will haunt me forever. My guts burned with what I just witnessed, but I didn't have any time to mourn. I needed to quickly make a plan. I had my fire axe. I had my foil tent fire shelter. I had 2 road flares, a quart of water, a folding knife, and a radio with a cracked screen from the fall. I found a thicker area of tree cover and tried the radio